code one lap category. It's all a meme. But the other day it was me, Revelo, Rain KJ. We all did a race, and yeah, Rain KJ has the world record on this category, so I don't like that, so I have to beat him. This run has a ton of time save to actually beat him, because I lost 30 seconds in Clockwork Wampa, and Gingerbread Joyride, I got my third attempt. This is before I changed my splits around. Yeah, Kira needs to be taken down. Dude already has freaking crystal challenges. He can have that, but this is my category. I put time into making strats for this. Trace, it is the most prestigious world record, alright? This is the category we do the 360 and Spyro circuit and hit the boost pad and get the crate. It doesn't get better than that. Also, some tracks are better in Ring Rally, some are not, which is why in the splits I have Rally in the back, so I can say what to do for menuing. You could also say like, oh, why don't you just do this in time trial? Because of menuing, first of all. But for Gingerbread Joyride, I use the Wumpa to align myself with where I want to brake. So it's actually like, for this track, it's actually, what I'm doing is kind of smart. So I'm gonna like try and brake right after I get the first one. There we go. Big brain plays. Minus 44.5 seconds. What can I say? Now I haven't ran this category in a few days, so I might be a bit sloppy. But we'll try. We'll try our best to do what we can. This is 2 seconds of time save, apparently. I think it was bad menuing where the time save is, because I think I fucked up when I paused. Honestly, it's because of the potential this category has to have strats, which is why I like it. Like, I have a strat for Coco Park for getting the box, like, really quickly. I have a strat in DSD. There's a few strats everywhere, that's just really handy. Wait, is brake sliding actually better? Oh god, that's bad. Oh god, bad menuing. If I didn't fuck up the pause there, that was it. It's dumb, but it's deep. It's great. I love it. There's no podium RNG either. It's the perfect category. So the world record is like 21:12, I think, and my current pace at the moment is already a low 20. And some of these splits can be destroyed. A sub 20 is possible in this category, is the sad part. Like, it's actually doable. I should like have better driving on some tracks like Electron Avenue. The worst part of the category is though is that there's like an hour of load times and like you have like 20 minutes of gameplay, so it's like triple the RTA, which is annoying, but what am I doing? Controller, fucking hell. My controller spazzed out there, but that was actually really good. Yeah, that's really fucking dumb. Alright, this is my favorite box of the run. Because there's so many ways this can go right and so many ways this can go wrong. I have not seen the IGN video, no. I should actually have a look at it. It's probably going to be comedy. So yeah, I've lost time in Koala and Nina's to bad menuing because I always like fat finger the pause button, so it's like my own fault. So if I just like clean that up, it's definitely golds across the board. Oh my god, braking while turning. Kill me now. Kill me now, please. Never mention braking while turning ever again. It's like me saying no input drifting for neutral drifts. Oh, the Karanari speedrun. Oh, that one. Yeah, I saw that. Alright. We fucking did it, boys. You have to admit, that's the coolest fucking box in the run. You cannot deny. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm trying to optimize the hell out of this category. It really does. It's stuff like that why I love this category. A 180 into a boost pad, into the box. This category has ridiculous depth, which is stupid to say, but it really does. Yeah, boomerang the box. I wish. That's the first time I've landed on the boost pad in a run, believe it or not. Because before I would just like ground U-turn out of it into the box and keep in my reserves. And then hit the wall and then just drive into it. But, I mean, that works, I guess. Right, I can't read chat now because I've always messed up my prehistorics. I'm gonna go ahead and reserve stack for the moment. Alright. You don't really need that tech anywhere else. It's like the only check you need it. But there are like some, a lot of ground U-turning you can do to save time. Like I did earlier on Koala Carnival. But it is really cool though. I wish like you could do that a bit more in the run. I mean, there probably is a few tracks you could probably do it on. Like I'm trying to think of Thunderstruck for example. If you get like a really good angle, you could probably like 180 into the box. Yeah, I'm surprised about ground U-turning on Turbo Track. I need to practice that a lot more. Like when the game was first out, I had a really good grasp of Turbo Track, better than a lot of people, and now I've just severely dropped off because I just cannot figure out ground U-turning on that track to save my life. Because I've been stuck at 129 for so many months now. I have just no clue to go faster than it. I'll read that in a second, Ross. Alright. Yeah, that's the same with me. I've gotten so much worse at Turbo. I think the only reason I've gold split that is because I used to run from Crash Cove downwards, and these splits, it goes upwards. And I made the mistake so many times of entering in Retro Stadium because I was just rushing to get to the next track. And yeah. Also, that happened, but I don't think it's affecting my stream. I don't think. I mean, I use D-pad, but I still don't like turbo as much as I used to. I do wish I could pick up analog in a way, but I don't need like another game that would break my analogs, because I already play a lot of shooting games as it is, and they already mess up my analogs a lot. Nice. Alright, time for the first ring rally of the run. Ring rally, it doesn't save too much. It really just depends on your routing, I guess. If you can route them well and not take as many rings, it's good. But if you have to take too many rings to play it safe, then you're kind of in trouble. Like, a track where it saves too much time is Papu's Pyramid, because you use it to, yeah, it's for early fire. Because it's simply in such a long track, you kind of want the early fire. Okay, I did hit the box while on the cutscene. In fairness, I did hit the box in the cutscene, so that counts. It's like, I'm pretty sure it counts. If it doesn't, I'll see at the end of the run if it counts or not. Yeah, it does feel weird. But that right there is a good example of what happens if you miss rings. That you're putting yourself under more pressure to play to perfection, and that's not really a good thing you want to have to worry about. I'm pretty sure that does count because the box was broken. Even if it was the AI that controlled myself, it was the box that was broken, so I count that. Also, ring rally is not necessary and out of time. It's just for consistency, because reserves can be a bitch. And you're racing against the AI, they can often hit the box, and you don't get the sacred fire, so I just want to play it safe. Ginger's the worst. I would agree with you. A lot of people said Mega Mix is the hardest in reserves. And I agree if you're going for time trial strats, but in a race situation, I still think Gingerbread's the hardest. Like, especially the first section at the start. Very often I lose my fire before the blue fire, and then doesn't give me much hope for the rest of the track. So I tend to do in the shortcut, I tend to like drift off. Like, I jump, I drift, go off the boost ramp, and I keep my drifts. Then I land with like the hang time storage trick thing. How fast is that? Alright, lost 0.1. It's fine. But yeah, doing that like hang time storage trick after the shortcut, it does give me quite a bit of reserves. And it makes me a lot more confident. Especially with the ending section with the jellies, it gives me time to like avoid it. I just can't wait for Clockwork Wampa. That's the track I really want to get to. That's where all my time save is in this run. I lost 30 seconds there because I missed a few rings and I had to restart and drive an extra 30 seconds. And 30 seconds is a lot to lose. Okay, Meteor Gorge I'm not really great at, but I should be fine. Yeah, that's actually hilarious. The leaderboard actually reset. I never thought it would happen, but honestly, props to Beanox and how they're handling it. It was clean, but I somehow lost time. I don't know how I did. Probably because of my menuing. Yeah, I know that you have to be connected to the internet to actually have your time be uploaded. If you play offline, it doesn't get uploaded. So like it means like if you go to like an older patch, like you can't just glitch and then go up, which is good. I just don't like how you don't have the option to delete your ghost, because like some tracks I know, like Tiger Temple for example, I have the one where like you went out of bounds and then like went before the finish line and finished a lap. Tracks like that, you can't really race a ghost against, but for me personally, it doesn't affect me much because I don't ever race my ghost. I kind of just have like a gut feeling of where I am at all times. So alright. Well, that was quick. Yeah, the Insane Trilogy leaderboard is also hacked. Also, that was a freaking insane tiny temple. Also, hey, you didn't crash. Yeah, I've got the reset relics too, because I know, actually, I don't know if you know about this, Ross, but, I own the Nintendo Switch version, and a lot of the relic times on Nintendo Switch were hacked, because there's like a cheat code by modding the Switch, where like every time you hit a relic box, it would freeze for 30 seconds. So, especially with like the Switch community, like, if they want to compete for relics, then, that's good for them. Not all tracks had them. For some reason, it was really odd. But, yeah. A lot of tracks had, like, a lot of minus times that were, like, impossible to get. Legit. Or even with, like, the one lap glitch, they were impossible to get. It's because they had, like, a cheat code. Alright. I don't know where this is. Okay, it's right here. Yeah, that's good. So I wanted to do the deep sea driving relic on Switch just for fun, and then it was like, yeah, like -3 or something like that. I knew that's just no point going for it. You'd be surprised. There are like a few people that do like relics on Switch. I know in particular Rare, like he owns the Switch version. Every now and then he just goes in the Switch just to take a Switch relic record. And one of them I just took off him and he got pretty salty about it because I went out of my way. But I didn't even do it because of him. I just wanted to do it because Jungle Boogie is my track. Well, it was my track, and then I got bopped. Yeah, I heard about that. Actually, I was in a Discord server, actually. I don't know who posted it, but it was someone at Xbox, and they posted they had the Dingo Canyon Xbox record, and then literally 10 minutes later, they came back and said it's former world record because Pez took it. And I just like to laugh so hard. Hey, Dak, how's it going, man? Alright. Okay. Oh, shit. I messed up. Fuck. Alright. Okay. Okay, got it. That's actually fucking hilarious, Ross. Also, yeah, Dak, go for it. You have to beat Hypno Shark. You just have to. Hypno has a .97 if I remember. He did it on stream once. I don't know if you're aware of this deck, but it was like a month or two ago now, and we were testing out this format of like a time trial tournament. It never happened because Kieran his family didn't had something happening. But we had to do like this 1v1 thing. We have like 3 attempts at a track, and the best slap times from each attempt get added together, and that's our total time. And then on like Hypno's first attempt, he just PBs on Dragon Mines and barely beats my PB by like a frame. And ever since then, like I've just wanted to beat him at Dragon Mines. So if Dak, if you can do it for me, man, that works well too. Oh yeah, BNQ. Yeah, that sounds familiar. It was definitely him. Alright. Alright, hang on. Yeah, I mean, I'm admittedly pretty toxic myself. I definitely have just like moments where I just have like no self-control. And like after a while, I definitely like do regret it. For sure. And I don't know like what it is with me. I guess I just get upset about things for like no reason, and then like it just bothers me. And I feel like I'm just like that one person. Like I don't know what it is, but like when I just see like people upset, I guess I always want to like step in, but like it's never like the right way I go about it, I guess. And then I kind of like lose control of myself. I'm known to like be very like weak mentally, like for years now. Like every comedian I've been in, I know I've been like a weak mentality person, and it always bites me in the ass because in my head I think I'm doing a good thing when in reality I'm actually being a horrible person, and like that happens a lot with me. So yeah, like I know we used to never get along, but like I don't know, I'm just a dumb person, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I'm aware it happens. Like, even recently it happened, and I know, like, I went about it the wrong way, but, I mean, I was gonna deal with it, and it's my own fault, and at least I can own, like, the thing is, I can own up to shit, but, like, I know it's not gonna instantly get better, so, right. Because, like, recently, right, it was actually in my last stream from, a few days ago, there was, like, the Wumpa Championships that you probably have heard of, Ross. It's, like, the itemless, league that's happening in the PS4 community. So there was a rule about like the hazard boxes, like which ones are banned and which ones are allowed. Okay, listen, I meme everyone, okay? And I'll still meme Ross, okay? That's just the thing. I meme on everybody, and everyone knows that. Dak even knows I meme on him. I meme on literally everyone in the community. It's not like it's an exclusive thing. Okay, you know what taxi driver relic video I made? Freaking taxi driver beats Dakotas in 38 seconds. That's like the best relic world record of all time. But no, back what else was I talking about? Um, fuck, I forgot. Oh yeah, one for championship. So like, there's a thing with the hazard boxes, right? And so it was a Meteor Gorge, and it was allowed, and the race is going fine. Like I was leading it for all the laps. And then what happened was someone hit the hazard box because they were so far behind, and it messed me up, and I went from first to third, and it just triggered me so much I just left, and then I questioned the ruling with the organizer, and then yeah, I kind of just it just killed my interest to play the league, so I just quit the server. And then just he outright just called me a cunt and an asshole and everything. I'd go about it toxic, and I do think he's a great organizer, but like that was just a big slip up, and I just wasn't happy with the ruling. And yeah, I kind of just like I just couldn't take the criticism of him calling me a cunt really well, so I had to deal with that on my reaction. Okay, the thing with it is, like, there's some hazards that don't really affect the race. The thing with Meteor Gorge is that it slows you down so much when you go over the ramp that it can lose you considerable time. Not like considerable, probably like a second or so. But yeah, like, it's my fault. Honestly, like, no SGs in Xbox, that's actually kind of cool to hear about. Because I know, back in the day, back when Remix and Megumi were back in Xbox, how Megumi found the SG and got like a world record, and then like Remix beat it without the world record, and there's people who have been like stubborn to use it, and people who just outright want to do everything they can to get the fastest time. And I guess it's kind of just fair for everybody. Also, I don't know if you've realized, but like these are supposed to be in, ring rallies, but I just don't want to bother with menuing right now because I'm just so focused talking with chat that I don't want to menu. I just want to talk and play single race. I mean, my best possible time is still in the things. Alright, I'm just reading your message now, Crash. Okay, so the thing with like good boost over perfects is because the boosts like thrust you into a direction to take tighter lines. And people usually have like a good grasp of reserves to know when to do it and when not to do it. Overall, it probably is better to take perfects. It makes no sense why you lose it. Sometimes you take a perfect. Like, some tracks are really confusing when it comes to that. I don't really know what it is. I think his Ruse Relic is 2243, but don't quote me on that. I was really close. I was a frame away. But yeah, you're right. The SG ruins Electron Avenue for sure. See, I'm losing time from Inferno and Clockwork, even though I gained like 30 in Clockwork, but it's not gold or close to gold because of Rally. It's pretty sick, Ross. I don't think Dak does the rally. Not the rally. I'm thinking ring rallies now. He doesn't do the speed ghost. I know the record before him, Katsu, he did the speed ghost, but I know Dak was telling me about he doesn't think it's effective. I don't know what it is that makes him think that, but yeah. I did the Ruse SG recently because I heard a rumor that it was like easier on the update, and I just did like one run, and I had like one good SG, and I fucked up the other ones, but I managed to get like a 113 by one frame. You know, it's funny we say things about Katsu's card control, but because back when the game first came out, and I don't know if Katsu's lurking my stream a lot, because he does that quite often, I'll be the first to say that Katsu's card control ages ago, like for the first couple of months of the game, was absolutely dog shit. Like, for some reason, the way he drove his car, I just couldn't stand watching. I don't know what it is about it. And like his times weren't as spectacular as they are now either. But like if you watch his runs now, like his runs look super clean, like really really clean. Like the way he was doing hops and U-turns, they looked super super sloppy. No, he still uses analog deck. He just what is it? I guess he just got a better grasp. And once he got that grasp, he was starting to set world records left and right. I guess it just kind of happens once you get like a click like you're driving. You just feel like you're the best. And I'll also bring up CTR noob. I know like no one likes him, but he's definitely something you can bring into this as well. I guess like I think his driving style's always been good. But I guess like once like he got his first Dragon Mines world record, like the pressure was like lifted and like he felt like he could probably drive a bit more freely with his car control, and like he's getting world records all over the place at the time. Yeah. A lot of people do dislike him. I know the Italian community he's cool with. It's because he was harassing Dongitos one time. That's what it was. Anyway, gold split on Engine Labs. Yeah, he was sending like death threats and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't understand. Like every time I go into like streams now, there's like random people. He's still doing it. But even on the leaderboards right now, if you go to the leaderboards on Coco Park, he has two accounts. One's Jordy Clown 925, and the other one is Ending Barca Kid. Both is him sending hate speech in the leaderboards to two of the most talented players in the game. In fact, even now, if you go into the CTR directory for Twitch, like he's streaming under Jordy Clown 925, which is I don't know, it's weird. Hey Dong, yeah, this category is sick. This is world record pace right now. It's on pace to bop it by like 40 seconds. Yeah, it's hard to stay neutral with him, but like we try. Easy word. Like I knew it could work. If I just had a good gingerbread joyride, I knew it was an easy word. I wish I still had a clip of if someone can like go back into my VOD. Oh god, I'm looking at chat too much. Fuck. Okay. But if someone can go to my VOD and clip my Spyro Circuit, just like getting that 180 onto the boost pad, just to show the potential this category has, like, that's what we want to see. Yeah, no, he just treats everyone badly. Alright. That was really bad. It's whatever. It will do. It loses me some seconds, but I'll live with it. Alright, this no hotter Skyway. I don't know where exactly the box is. This will throw me off a little bit. Yeah, Dong, like the category has a lot of room for like optimization of strats of how to get boxes. Like there's a strat on Spyro Circuit of 180ing out of the portal onto a boost pad. There's Coco Park aligning from the start line with the flowers to land on a box. There's of course Gingerbread Joyride. There's of course all the ring rallies of the menuing. Which one is better? Like, do you want a menu or do you want to pick ring rally and get the speed boost? Like, it's things that you have to consider. It's fun. Jeez, I need to try that actually, the dev time without the shortcut. I'll try that like after my run maybe. Alright, done. Nice. Dude, I nearly have 19-minute best segs. This is sick. Oh god, this is an easy word. I'm just so glad Kieran's not the moderator of category extensions because he would decline this so hard. Yeah, I'd figure Crash Cove is possible without a shortcut. It doesn't seem like you'd struggle. I guess, though, like, if you were to get like a 119, like, you would barely beat him, and you need to have like a good low 118 pace normally. Yeah, I think so. Dingo Canyon's definitely possible without the shortcut. I know that for certain. Papus is possible with the first shortcut. The second one, you need it. Right, done. Wow, another gold split. Let's fucking go. Assembly is probably possible without Sacred Fire, honestly. Maybe, I don't know. If you drive perfectly, it seems like it. Thanks for the follow, Blue Sir. I swear you followed me before, though. But yeah, thanks for the follow, man. Polar Pass tomorrow, no short. You mean lap 2 and lap 3 shortcut? Or do you mean taking no shortcuts in general? That's like the real question. It's no shortcuts in general. Like, I can see that happening, but it'd be tight. Yeah, we can try. Okay, does that include like skipping the blue fire pad lap 2 and 3, or do you have to go over that? But there's many questions we gotta ask. Yeah, my end goal for this run is just to get a 19-minute best segs. I think deck, but I'm not too sure. I manipulated the minecart for my low 115. I'll tell you that much. Apparently, no. Apparently this was actually calculated, Crash, and it's actually slower because of the menuing. Because all the time you spend on menus in between tracks, it just makes it slightly longer of a category. So it takes you like 7 seconds or 7 or 8 seconds to back out of the menu, pick the track, and then have the countdown before the race starts. Whereas 44 track, you just play the track. After 4 tracks, you get like a podium. Of course, it's RNG which podium you get, but still. Like, it's not necessarily true, but it's like, it's borderline. It's borderline to, which is better. Alright. Yeah, I'm not close to a 117 yet. I think I'm like 5 or 6 frames away from a 117. Cove's just not been a track I've ever really enjoyed, personally. Alright, Polar Pass. If I get the big boy, it's 19-minute best segs, but I don't want to risk it right now. God, I'm just upset the early part of my run had bad menuing. It's gonna be sub 20-30. It is easy now though, but I don't want to risk it. I haven't actually practiced it in a while. I mean, you'd think it would make up for it, but it really doesn't. Because if you multiply those 7 seconds you're in the menus, by, let me think. I'm trying to think of the number exactly. Let's say I'm trying to think it's like 39 minus the number of cups is 11. So like multiply by 28. 7 times 28. You're spending that much extra seconds in the menu. I didn't account for podiums, 'cause I can't really calculate podiums in my head, but like you can probably figure out if your average podium is like 10 seconds across the run is 11 of them. Then just do that. Then there's also the loading times. I don't know. Like, okay, put it this way, Crash. RTA, time trial is faster, but with load remover, all cups is faster. That's the best way I can describe it. Anyway, we already got it. 1959. It's been done, boys. I can't wait for the uproar on Reddit when I say I've gotten all the boxes in 19 minutes. And then they'll try to do it themselves. And then they'll be like, oh shit, it's taking me an hour. And then they realize, oh wait, that's a load remover. Yeah, like there is the podium load, but if there's 11 podiums, you have to account for that. Honestly, I don't know. It is only like 5 extra tracks. So if you add like those loading times in and get like, the average average course time on those 7 tracks, I don't know. You'd have to figure a way to calculate it. Did I hit the box? I'm not too sure I did. I hit the box. Just to make sure. It looked like I missed it. When did I get the 4 a.m.? That's a good question. Alright. Papoose is just by far faster in Ring Rally mode. There's no debating. There's only one reason why it's faster in Ring Rally mode. It's because you have to drive backwards. And there's a massive uphill when you go backwards, so you need like the Sacred Fire to traverse it much, much faster. Yeah, he'll be fuming. Yeah, have a good night, Ross. Nice to talk to you. Done. Let's go. No, Dashy, not all of them, because you take much wider lines on some tracks to get the rings just to get more time to finish the course. So in actuality, it'd be slower. And of course, some tracks it's completely irrelevant because you get blue fire so early on. Yeah, in this run, I timed out an assembly lane, but I hit the box like on the score screen, so I got away with it luckily, but I lost like 6 seconds because of menuing. Like, thank you Based AI for making this run still alive, because otherwise this wouldn't be world record pace. Yeah, it'd be no-brainer for sure. Also, like, of course, if you do like single race, you can get like masks and everything. So if you're lucky enough, you can get a mask and like travel through the course faster. But the main reason we do single race is because of the menuing. It's like the closest one. You have to like scroll down the time trial. Okay, that's bad, but it works. Alright, Coco Park. I need to try to remember how I did Coco Park previously. There's a method I used to align. I know in like my gold split, unless I deleted my gold split, I can't remember if I deleted it or not because I wanted to like make it so it's like beatable. But I blindly got it in the first 3 seconds one time, but I felt like it was dumb luck that I just deleted my gold split because I just wasn't happy to like always compete against it. For now on, I'm gonna stick with the method I use at the moment to get it. But there's definitely some cool strats for some boxes. Like Dashi on Spyro Circuit, if you can like 180 out of the portal, land on the boost pad, it will shoot you straight into the box, which is honestly really cool. And it gives you like vibes of like the boomerang and OG, which is pretty sick. And it's like stuff like that where like I really love the category because like it's pretty creative of how you get some of the boxes in rapid time. Okay, the box should be like right here, I think. Yeah, I got it. So what I did, I aligned the bottom of the start finish line with like the leftmost flower in that group of three. That's how I set myself up for that box. It puts you directly in line, but I don't want to like overshoot it, so like I approach it slowly so I land directly on top of it. I'm glad I got that first try though, because like sometimes the respawn's really weird with the water that I don't get it. Nice we got a first try. In terms of RTA, we're probably looking like another like 10 minutes of the run left. Yeah, this run definitely went better than I expected. We lost 40 seconds to best sex, which it feels weird since I haven't had many faults, but like all those small time losses to menuing and other things, it really does add up over the course of the run. Alright. I thought this run was over though on Dingo Canyon because I thought I missed it, but I had to look back and luckily I got it. And luckily I got the box in assembly lane because I thought I definitely lost the run then and there. But yeah, this should be world record unless I severely mess up one of the tracks. We're about to beat it by like 30 seconds or so. I think it's because Kieran messed up one of the tracks really hard when going for a box. He took his time. I think it was deep sea driving where he lost all of his time, or it was Coco Park. Maybe it was both of them combined. Like deep sea, Coco, and Electron are three tracks that can be annoying to set up on without like a strat going into it. I'm gonna take it slowly. I don't want to risk it. I messed that up in my PB, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was a big mess up in my PB. Dak could have saw the DM. Yeah. If only it didn't do that, it would have been actually hilarious, considering the account that I'm using right now. Oh well. I'm probably gonna cut stream after this run. I'm kind of tired. And this wasn't able to sleep, so I just booted up a stream. Tried to go for an attempt at this, but I do want to come back to any percent, especially with this new patch. I think it's gonna be like more enjoyable to do runs of for now on. Especially on tracks like Cortex Castle, where I can like play a lot more aggressive and not have to worry about nice. Not have to worry about like hitting a wall or anything. I can take risks. It's weird though, like with this run, that like I use ground U-turning a ton, but when it comes to what is it? Like turbo track, I can't do it to save my life. It's kind of find it a bit comical. That's what like everyone uses nowadays on turbo. They always do ground U-turns. Open all entropy ghost extensions. Okay, if you want to like request categories for extensions, you want to hit up Revelo about it. He does all the extensions. There is a category for collecting all the eggs in the hub world from a fresh file, so you'd have to do like, you have to unlock Citadel City, and then you'd have to get all the eggs once you do that, and then you end the run the last egg. And also that one thing Hypno did in his stream once, which was like hard AI one lap CTR challenges. That's the thing that made it onto it. But like what Dashi said, like you'd have to be interested in the category, and I don't know if that'd be a thing you'd want to do. You have to see what people think. Like personally, I don't know if I'd want to do that. Even though it's nice to, you know, be put into like a time trial environment. It just feels like you could do other categories if you're doing that, like all plat relics, because it's essentially a time trial environment minus the good lines. You have to like optimize routing just to get the plat relics. But there's definitely is potential for some good category extensions if you can be like really creative and you can like think of competitiveness within it. Why some of them done ring rally and some aren't. Okay, so like for Papus for example, you have to like turn around, and it takes a long time to turn around, and then like to boost uphill, and you lose a lot of time driving uphill. So if you just get like the sacred fire from the rings, if you turn around, you can just hop uphill and save a lot of time, for example. Mostly it's to do with like the length of the track until you get a boost pad, and then consider, do you have to go wide to get the rings, and will you make it to the box in time before the timer expires. It's stuff like that. Nice. But yeah, it's just a few reasons. It's all to do with like lines and like the timer on Ring Rally. Like this track, for example. Because the boost pad's at the very end of the track, you're gonna want to get Sacred Fire immediately. And you don't really need to take too much lines. Although this track in particular is really risky, because if you miss the box, you have like 2 seconds to turn around. Yeah, the crates load in relic races. Barely. But see what I mean? If I missed that crate, it'd be worth. No, because you can just spam X, and all the crates, all the crates are usually at the start or end of a lap, and the AI usually screws you over if you're doing a 3-lap race. Well, you're not going to get screwed by AI much. Also, the fact that you could have a chance to get a mask, so there's that to worry about. My gold splits for drive-through and mega mix are also not correct because this was before I changed my split order around, and I added some seconds onto my splits to account for the menuing that I wouldn't normally be doing otherwise in my previous runs. So I'll probably smash my best egg here for drive-through, but I'm not too sure. What I have taken out of this run though is that a 19-minute run is possible. I'm probably not going to push for it, but it's nice to have the potential of this category, I guess. Yeah, this is gonna be like a massive goal, I'm pretty sure. Alright, it's big enough. Okay. It's funny how the whole like ring rally thing was discovered, because like I was in a call doing a race with Kieran and Revelo, and like Zito was watching our streams trying to take down notes, and then he just yelled at one point, what if we did ring rally? And then we all started trying to do ring rally on every single track to see what was faster, what was slower, before we did our run back. So we did like some like testing on the day we were like doing the race. There we go, guys. It's a world record. That's why Ring Rally is good for Mega Mix Mania, because you just launch off that with a boost. If you don't get the drift off that, you don't get reserves and you lose quite a bit of time. Yeah, that's the run. It's a pretty fun category. You should try a deck. It's honestly hella fun.